Order logging and final questions, TypeScript or JavaScript? Let's just do TypeScript. Let's just pull these four. And we are giving it a lot of context here. TS, yes, please. Reactor next. We talked about next in the beginning, so let's just keep it with next.js. Email service. Could we deploy, say, like, let's say, PMG? It's like Proxmox mail gateway. I don't actually know. PDF kit probably. I'll let you choose here. So no pref. Okay, we're done. Let's see what it says now. This is actually a really good session because we have a lot of like kind of thinking towards the complete product. We don't need to build everything at once. So, but I can feel that I can sense that it's almost there, and it's keeping an amazing red thread all throughout this conversation. So I really enjoy that. Perfect. These are excellent additions. Let me address each point. Here's the architecture, license server, your infrastructure managed BP licenses and cost subscriptions. I think that we should just have it in-house. So that's actually pretty cool. License validation, feature flags based on license, use reporting, phone home, blah, blah, all that. It's pretty cool. That is actually what we want. So I'm happy that it actually did that. We're probably going to do this a little bit more. Say, let's pull out this one and say we should probably be able to define. I'm not sure if we should actually be able to define packages as such. Yeah, I think we should. In the dashboard at some point at least. So that part when we go down that road needs to be comprehensive and enough to support that. Okay, the BP license is actually pretty cool. License validation, startup check, and we should probably look for report usage as feature. Should there be some sort of grace period if the server, the licensing server, licensing server does not respond. Maybe that would be good. Storefront architecture. Next, store your domain. Cool. Boilerplate. One time. Yeah, maybe not the one time. Maybe I am not sure about the one-time fee because continuous development will be difficult to support. Or do you have a more, say, extended view on this? Let's just ask it what it thinks about that. And then the Club OS, again, Club COS packages should be, say, configurable, as we are not 100% sure that those, say, I don't know what you call that. Those metrics, no, those boundaries are fit for that, or for all types of clubs and associations. So we need to find maybe a sweet spot at a later point, and we'll need to change those limitations. We could also think about integrating more parameters like number of teams per package, etc. So package 1 would be 1 team, and 2 could be maybe 3 or 5, so that we have different parameters that needs that hits different needs. Different needs for each club, and have them operate. Just need to be mindful about that as well. We need to be able to think about the future, say, business in this as well. So those are some of the things that we can discuss afterwards as well with Claude. We don't have to put all of that into the system right now. I think that was actually good. Should license? Yes, absolutely. Here's what we should what should be in. So we do a licensing engine here. And let me see if it actually did do the anyone who buys BP gets licensing built in for their own SaaS product. Yeah, that's cool. Load balancer, golf, chess, US, next, cool. Implementation, custom domain, that's actually pretty cool. So yeah, for custom domain, as you can see, there are so many things that we need to actually think about, and building this entire business solution with Claude is actually a bliss. Just saw the cold coffee. It's actually just it's a bliss here. So because it really keeps track of everything. But for custom domain, we should probably have some sort or some way of verifying the domain. Maybe via DNS lookup or text, so txt, HTML file on the domain, just to ensure that it's theirs. Nginx, and caddy configuration, the SSL, or use caddy. Yeah, we could do that as well, but for now, I think we should just go with like let's encrypt SSL. Let's encrypt for now. Can always switch later on. Excellent choice. Yeah. Honor. Is there anything we should add to the Prometheus and Grafana stack? Metrics to track, counter gauge, histogram, register, Active connections, member, blah, 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 monthly revenue, exactly the business overview, Grafana dashboard, CPU, memory, disk usage. Yeah, those are really important. Okay, I think that all this is pretty cool. The alerting as well. We'll set that up. Super admin cross-tenant analytics for aggregated AI learning and business intelligence for sure. Okay, we can skip over that. Configure a reminder schedule. Reminder schedule. Built into the dashboard. Reminder settings. Reminder schedule item. Yeah. Invoicing. No, I want to take that. Do that at a well. As for reminders, we should probably also be able to do some configuration for the invoices. Let's just go with that. I think that we are on their email post as PMG. It wasn't kind of PMG that was like PMG, but okay, that could go as well. As for PMG, I was actually thinking about Proxmox mail gateway, but if we can build it into our BP, then let's look at the options. Not necessarily postal. Hit me with its ideas. Integration, note mailer, that's just PDF generation. Okay, so React PDF it is. React PDF it is. Cool. And the last part, I think we're already, yeah. The final tech stack summary. I think that's pretty cool. We have like an overview of all that right now. It already said, let's encrypt. Maybe I didn't understand the caddy thing, but let's take that at a later point. So let's just do this and see what it responds. As you can see, we can really put a lot of information into it. Hard coding licensing type is too rigid. Here's a flexible system. I appreciate that. Yeah, that was actually what I said. So that's cool. Admin UEFI license management, license server grace period, critical reliability. Say the licensing server is down for some time, then we should allow some kind of some type of grace period. Make that available in the backend as well. Graded mode optional. Okay. BP pricing model reconsider, absolutely right. One-time fees doesn't support continuous development. I'm happy that it actually agreed on that one. Yeah, that's maybe a hybrid one where they can do something there. Let's see that at a later point. BP tiers should also be configurable in the admin interface for the we don't want everything to just okay, benefits of this model, predictable, recurring, continuous development funded. etc. Cost package configuration. Yeah, exactly. We can always add more parameters here. Of course, this shouldn't be a constant, like, let me just try to see if I can hit it right. I should, of course, not be fixed in the code, but something that an admin can actually configure in their dashboard. Don't want that to be so rigid. Okay. Check limits. Okay, admin dashboard for plan management. Basically what we talked a little bit about. Custom domain verification. Okay, cool. DNS HTML file meta tag. Yeah, cool. Verify domain. That's also cool. SSL, let's encrypt. Yes, perfect. Caddy, it's automatic. Nice. So the dynamic domain edition, Prometheus, Grafana plus additions. Let's see if it actually has anything interesting. No, I think that's actually pretty good as it is. Yeah, the back box. Yeah, okay. Invoice configuration, make invoice templates and settings configurable. Coolio. Oh, yeah, continue. I actually had it, I needed to continue, so okay, cool. Then compare options for self-hosted email, postal open source. Rails different stack from Node, heavier resource, open source, pro complete mail server. I don't think that we should, yeah. Option C. Option D, built into BP custom solution. More do it yourself. We could build it in. Let's see what option E, my recommendation, use external SMTP relay, build tracking into BP. Okay. Flexibility tendon, build, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Sure. Let's go option E on this one. Let's do that. Maybe with Xbox Mail Gateway. If that is easy to set up. Let's just do that for fun's sake. Great. And we built and add build it into the email npm. Let's see. Okay, cool. Summary of decisions. It has made a lot of interesting notes here. So let's just go with that. Additional considerations before creating prompt. Okay, let's just grab this. All this. It actually just came back with 10 questions. So let's answer those. And I think that we are basically good to go. Environment should prompt include instruction for local dev server or Docker Compose. I don't know if Replit can handle that. Let's include instructions. I don't know if it can actually do that. Should we include unit test? I think that we should skip testing right now. Skip test for now. Build in later. And initial data. Just super admin. And documentation should be include API documentation. Yeah, good idea. Yes, please. Yes, please. Well, let's actually just do only minimal right now. We can add that later. So CI/CD running test building documents. I would actually prefer this because this will ease up the workflows. Yes, all of it, please. Feature flags, should we build a feature flag system into BB core from the start or add it later? Let's add that later as well. We don't need that right now. Audit logging, how detailed should it be? Let's keep it simple. Keep it simple from the beginning. Then we will add IP and user agent as well as CRUD and CRUD, etc. later. We could actually here maybe we can configure velocity and the dashboard. Rate limiting should rate limit be like global per IP per tenant per user. What is your recommendation here? API versioning, should we build API versioning? V1 now. That's good. English now, and more languages later. That is it. Let's hit enter and see where we go. Perfect. Okay, final clarifications. Grace period configurable. BB tiers and cost plan both configurable. Of course, confirm both will be fully configurable via the admin dashboard. PMG, primary email security gateway, spam filter virus scanner. It sits in front of your mail server and not a mail server itself. Designed for enterprise mail filtering, not transaction email sending. Okay, cool. I was not aware of that. So let's just see recommended SNP relay default or Araka, which is self-hosted. We could probably do that. Okay. So we then do that. Okay. So right now we don't do that. So we put approach build. Okay, cool. Let's do that. Okay. Self-hosted option if you really want it. Use Haraka node-based. Let's just build it in. Okay. That's fine. Rate limit config. Okay, let's do that as well. That's fine. I have really no preference right now. So, okay. And it has already built everything in terms of that. So we don't need to think about that. Prometheus metrics, audit logging, etc. Final architecture. Cool. Yep. Okay. Let's go and build our Replit prompt. Oh boy. Let's see where we end with this. I think that we actually might be able to just go ahead and just fire this prompt at Replit. So let's see where we go. Okay, project area, you're building complete SaaS consisting of two main components. Okay, tech stack, Node.js 20 plus, TypeScript 5 plus, Next 14 plus, Express. Okay. These are components. It's really cool. We just add components as we need them, especially good for SaaS. Redis 7, Bull and Q for queues. This is pretty darn cool. Let's see how it actually handles all this, because there is a lot for a Replit to digest actually. Phase 1, initial setup and core, create root workspace. Oh, here it is, really. This is awesome. Let's see if we, I'm actually, we could almost just run this. Okay, this is going to be interesting. It's still building down here, as you can see. So it's already putting up all the different tables. There's a lot of information here. And it was paused because it became almost too long. So let's just copy this.